Well, that's a form of torture as well, where you put you in a dark room with no noise, and it's like that quiet. You can hear your own heartbeat, like a soundproof room. Right. And I think people start hallucinating with that, but I do not know. Why I know that, I don't know. I can probably thank my husband for that.
You've done it.
Weird stuff.
Who have you got in your basement?
I haven't got a basement. I've got a new build.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Unpacked.
Hello.
Today we are joined by the lovely Laura.
Hi.
Okay, so we know you, don't we, really, from the Plough. Yep. I'm just going to say you two have definitely spoken at the Plough shows.
We have,
for sure.
And I've obviously heard about you.
Yep.
Zap has been very
much,
highly recommended of you. He's like, yes, you need to get this woman in. So we've obviously got you in for a podcast, and you're obviously doing the Hub show as well. Yes. So we're looking forward to that.
I'm excited. It'll be good fun.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, tell us about yourself. Like, what you do, how you got into it.
How I got into it. Wow. Okay. So my company's Vision Wave Weddings, and I've been filming weddings since 2013. So since I was a little kid, basically. Yeah. I did a film degree at Staffordshire Uni, and when I graduated, the guy that we used to rent the cameras from at uni basically popped me a message on Facebook and said, we've got a couple who want a cheap wedding film. Right. They want a student to do it. And he was like, I don't really trust a student. He says, I know you've bought your own cameras because I like to buy things before I know what I'm going to use them for. Right, okay. I am the epitome of all the gear, no idea. For sure. Look at my garage, it's full of stuff. And so, I was like, okay, I'll do it. I did it. I charged £400, which is a bargain. Yeah. And then that was it. I thought, okay, this is good fun. I'll do this on the side. I'll have a normal PAYE job as well. Yeah. But my intention was never to do it full time. I never thought it'd be a possibility.
So when did that happen then?
In 2017, I got married, used my PAYE job to pay for the wedding and the honeymoon. Yeah. And then in November, I was like, I am done. And basically, I was getting that many weddings that I was working 7 days a week. I didn't have a minute off. I'd get home from work at like 5 o'clock, have dinner, and sit and edit till 10 o'clock at night.
God.
So
it's November, the editing that takes so long.
It does. It takes such a long time, and the prep before a wedding, as you guys probably know yourselves as well. And then 2017 November, I left my PAYE job, had a nice little quiet winter at home, and then the following year, it's been crazy ever since, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I bet that was exciting then.
It was, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. Yeah. But I felt like confident in the bookings I'd already got in, so it wasn't really like... I think the biggest part was losing out on the £20,000 a year from my job, but in the end, that didn't seem that much of a big deal.
And then a couple of years later, COVID, and then
which was wonderful. But I think that really actually gave my business a boost. Since then, I've doubled the amount of weddings I do every year. I think it gave a lot
of businesses a boost, to be honest with you.
Hopefully that carries on.
Yeah, allowed us all to be more creative, didn't it?
And I think I don't know if the mass of people getting married after the wedding. And after COVID, they'd had delays, so they managed to save more, which meant they'd got more budget for a videographer.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we found that as well. Obviously, with the added extras,
we're not necessities, are we? So
we're not, sadly.
Unfortunately, we should be though.
Yeah.
So, what prep work do you have to do then before a wedding?
It's very, very admin based in a way. Basically, making sure I've got all of the details for the day. Addresses are a big thing. Especially if they're not getting ready where they're getting married or like even churches, I'm always on Google Maps trying to find, is this the right church? Sometimes I'll ask for 3 words locations, which are a lifesaver. They are one of the best things ever invented. But it's mainly timings and stuff before the wedding. And then obviously charging up all my kit, which everything's on charge today because I've got a wedding tomorrow.
God,
so it takes hours and hours and hours to charge. Yeah. So,
Is it just weddings that you do, or do you do other?
I used to do commercial work as well, but I just don't have time for it. I don't really have the passion for it at all. It's okay. It's good. Like during COVID, I did a little bit, but
You like the weddings?
Yeah, they're just good fun. And I know what to expect with a wedding.
Yeah.
Usually.
So do you do a lot of the same venues? Because
Mostly, yeah. I kind of prefer that though. I know there's some suppliers that like to be at different venues and they like to go the whole width of the UK. I would rather stay about an hour to 2 hours from home. Yeah. Stay at my local venues. I'm quite often at the Plough. Foxtel Barns is probably one of my most popular.
Yeah. Lovely venue, isn't it?
Heaton House Farm as well. I like quite a lot, but I'm only like 15 minutes from Heaton House, so
it's ideal.
Yeah. And the Plough, I'm only 2 minutes from there, so
it's
extra ideal.
Just
it's
walk.
Great. I could, if my car broke down, I could just wander along.
I think it's important though that you actually do know the venue extremely well, though.
In a way,
it must help, mustn't it?
It does help, but I don't ever feel like I'm drowning if I'm at a venue for the first time.
Yeah.
I think some couples think that I must need to go to a venue before I film their wedding there, but I don't. Yeah. Because they're usually pretty similar, and there's always somebody on hand on the day to quickly show you around. So I can learn on the day quickly where I need to be and where I need to go. And I do sometimes look at other videos of the venue.
Yes, see what other people have done.
To see what's there, basically.
Ideas, yeah.
But I do like to be at the same venues because once you know the staff, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you're going to work for the day.
Yeah,
it's like
just have a bit of fun, really.
Yeah, you just go and hang out with basically your friends. Although I don't hang out, obviously. I don't. But it's
Excuse
nice.
me, can I get a video over here, please?
I think that's nice because we don't have colleagues, do we, in this job? Really, we have other suppliers that we know, and then they kind of just become your colleagues. So
do you tend to find that going to the same venues, the videos come out quite similar, or is everyone's video pretty different?
I try and make them different.
Yeah.
But obviously, when I'm doing the highlight films especially, a lot of what I do in the film is based on what they say in the speeches. So that has a massive impact.
So when you say a highlight film, what's that?
So that's like a shorter version of the day that goes on social media.
Okay.
Like mine are usually about 7 minutes long. Okay. Sometimes they can be 5 that some companies will do, and sometimes people do them about 10 minutes. But mine are about 7, and that's literally like the best of the best bits of the day. Kind of. It's really hard to explain.
And I suppose it depends on the guests as well.
Yeah, it does.
I know it's pressure on the guests, but it does depend on them.
Yeah, if they're like quite
introvert.
Yeah,
it's
a nice way of saying it.
Yeah,
if they're quite introverted,
just say boring.
If they're quite introverted, obviously the film can feel a little bit more flat. But I use different music as well for everyone's films, so I try and choose music based on what they like. So I think that adds a different vibe to the day, really. I try and keep it different, but obviously when you are shooting at the same venues, especially the bridge shot at Foxtel Barns, which is like one of my favourite shots, but I can't open every film with that. I know there's some photographers that have laughed at me in the past because all of my films open with either a kissing shot or a walking shot. I'm trying to stop that, but then I think, well, if couples are booking me for that, then
exactly. If you like your style, then
I do try and mix it up though. So,
is there like a specific set style that you follow, or can brides and grooms like choose different ones?
I like to stick to my style. I think it's quite a personal thing when you get your own style. I would say I'm quite heavily influenced from American wedding videographers. I watch a lot of American wedding films. I enjoy them. I always find them more interesting. I don't know why. Okay. They tend to focus a lot more on the emotions of the day and heavily rely on speeches for like storytelling for a highlight film.
Okay.
So, that's kind of my style. Obviously, I'm led more with couples who are like, if you're having a more upbeat day and obviously you've put a lot of emphasis into your evening section of the day, I'm not going to make your film more about like the slow moments.
Yeah.
So I try and get a feel of what the couple are into and go from there. But I do try and stick to like a broad style for my films because I feel like if you've got too many different styles, it can get confusing for couples who are looking at your work because they might be like, okay, well, what kind of film am I going to get then?
Do they ever make demands? Do they ever say, I want this to happen in my video?
So people will maybe say, like, I want this specific bit capturing, which is fine. Usually I would be capturing it anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't have people come back asking for re-edits. It's not really something that I offer.
Yeah.
Because I think, well...
That's your day. That's what's happened.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, as someone who's filmed I don't know, nearly 450 weddings. I do know what I'm doing now. So finally, after I don't know how many years it's been, 12 years, I do know what I'm doing.
Is there a particular qualification for it? Or can anyone become a...
Anyone can do it. You just got to have the equipment, really.
And the passion, I guess.
Yeah. Obviously, I did a film degree expecting, thanks to the university, to be in Hollywood right now making movies. That doesn't happen as easily
now
as
you're
you
on our
would
podcast.
think. Yeah, to be fair,
You might as well be in Hollywood, Maria.
I'm quite happy in sunny Congleton with my dogs and my husband, not in Hollywood, because Hollywood seems like an absolute pain. So I don't think I could cope with the actors and actresses.
No. What is your biggest piece of advice to your bride and grooms?
So I would say it's your wedding day. Don't listen to everybody having an opinion of your day. It's your day. Be true to yourselves. You know what you like. It's very easy, I think, to be led by your friends, your family, your bridal party, and what they think you should have. And by social media as well, what social media is telling you should have this for your wedding day.
Yeah.
You don't need any of that stuff. The most important thing on a wedding day is, are you getting married? Have you gotten married by the end of the day? If that happens, great. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Like anything else can go wrong on the day.
Yeah.
And that is probably my biggest advice.
Yeah, the day is what you make it, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So if you sit there being miserable in the corner, your day's going to be miserable.
Yeah.
If you're
literally.
upbeat and just dancing about and spending time with your loved ones, then you're going to have fun.
And it's how you look back on the day then as well. If you were kind of down on the actual day, when you look back, it's not going to be what you hoped it would be. And then I feel like that's why a lot of people get a bit of post-wedding blues.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think they put that much pressure on themselves to make this day something that it really doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
The most important thing is you guys get married and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Doesn't matter who you have there, what you have.
Yep.
Are you married? Great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
I did have more advice.
agree.
Let me just see.
Have a scan.
Because I have not got the memory for this in September. Oh, ignore the budgets that websites like Hitched and stuff tell you.
Oh, really?
So I found, basically, I used to be on one of those websites. I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been one called Bark. And they would email me inquiries or people that were looking for suppliers. And the couples used to set a budget. And I don't know who was giving them this budget idea, but they were like £500. And I'm thinking, you're not going to get a good videographer for £500.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when I've looked at these websites that tell you this is what you should expect to spend on a videographer especially, they're so much less than what a good videographer actually does cost.
Right. I wonder where they're getting these figures from then.
I have no idea, but I would take a bucket of salt. The photography ones tend to be right, but they always rank the videographer as less budget, and I actually find we're usually about the same. Yeah. So I don't know who's.
I've seen it on selfie mirrors though. They say all the budget allow like 150,
and I bet that's.
And I'm
not the
thinking
case
the
at all.
ink and the paper genuinely is like £96 a roll. And I'm thinking...
And then you've got to stuff it, deliver it, set it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Printing's
so it's just not going to
expensive.
happen.
Yeah.
All the props get nicked every single time. So
I bet. I'd be propless if I were you guys.
The amount of times I've gone chasing after that lobster head because it's my favourite one. I'm like, right, where's my lobster? I'm coming
look for our
you.
favourites.
It's the air guitars that make me laugh.
I know.
And the wigs.
Get through
Have you got one of the tartan wigs with the ginger hair?
Yes.
That's my favourite wig.
Why?
I don't know how, but we ended up with one at home, and we still wear it on Christmas Day and play a game where we've got a wrapped up parcel and we wear oven gloves and we have to unwrap it.
I feel like that is the most bizarre tradition.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
We also have one so she can wear one for the hob.
Yeah, we'll put you in it.
On Sunday.
I'll bring you some oven gloves.
Come to the hub and you can see me wearing a tartan ginger wig. And it surprisingly suits me.
That's my ick.
I made it.
You made it.
I'm not in Hollywood, but I'm on your ick list.
You're on my ick list. What is your biggest ick, speaking of?
I've got a few.
Go on,
I'll be
give
honest.
them to us.
I love it when people have got a few.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wow.
No, 5. I've got 5. I've put a lot of effort into these.
Yeah,
I love it.
These aren't in any particular order, but I hate when guests wave at the camera.
Oh.
So when I'm right, my style is documentary filmmaking, right?
Okay.
I'm doing a documentary of your wedding day. It's supposed to be natural, okay?
Yeah.
No one's supposed to notice I'm there. And I'll be getting a great shot of like, I don't know, your cute nan or granddad or something.
Yeah.
And then there's some dipstick in the side of the frame and he's just like... And then I have to explain to the person that I'm filming, you don't need to wave. And then I look like an idiot because I'm basically telling this guest, please don't wave at the camera. And you'll get some people that do it all day. Every time the camera is on them, they wave. And I just think...
They just look moronic.
Yeah, so to be honest, you're just making your bride and groom waste money.
Yeah.
The friends that whose wedding you are at, you are literally wasting their money because every time my camera points at you, you're waving and you're wasting my precious time and their precious money.
Remind me to never wave.
I hate it. I hate it. And I get to the point, especially in September, if you wave at the camera, I'm just going to stare at you and smile like... but if you do it earlier in the wedding season, I will explain like, oh, I'm filming, you don't need to wave, just act natural. But by September, I'm tired of saying it. So if you see a wedding in September that I filmed and someone's waving at the camera, that's why. It's because I'm tired of telling people.
Have you got another ick?
That's a good ick.
It's a great ick.
It's just a funny one.
It's a great ick.
Being ill at weddings.
Oh, pack it in, guys. What are you playing?
If you've got something contagious, just stay at home.
COVID was 5 years ago.
The amount of public sickness I have seen at weddings this year is unreal.
Really?
Like there's bathrooms. There's this wonderful invention called a toilet that you can go and do that in. Just go there. Don't make the venue staff clean it up. I don't want to look at it. But yeah, people being ill at weddings, I'm over it. I'm constantly using hand sanitizer. It's in my pocket right now. I have nasal spray to stop me catching germs.
Oh my God.
I am a big time germaphobe. So yeah, germs at weddings. That's probably my biggest ick.
Over the waving.
Over everything else in life, illness is my biggest ick. I'll text my husband at a wedding like, somebody's just been sick, and he's like, oh no, she's going to freak out.
Somebody just coughed, I heard it from across the dance floor.
I won't breathe then for the next 20 minutes. I'm like, so if you see me pass out at a wedding, it's probably because I've been holding my breath.
Yeah, the camera just...
just press the red button, it's fine. Yeah, that's my next one.
Go on.
These are good ones.
Carry on.
Yeah, literally just reel them off.
Speeches in between wedding courses of your meal. I hate that. It's so hard.
Why?
So during the wedding breakfast, I will often use that time to back up your footage. So it's a good time. It's a nice time for me to sit down and rest my little feet, rest my legs. Yeah. Sometimes I'll put stuff on charge. I'll get stuff prepped for the evening, like getting lights ready to be put in onto your first dance floor. And then we've got speeches between courses. So it's like you only get like 5 minutes to quickly sit and be like, and then you're up again. And then you go back down. You sit back down. You've done a speech. You sit down. 5 minutes later, you're back up again. You don't get time to sit down. And when you've been on your feet since like 9 a.m. and it's now 4 o'clock and this is your first opportunity to sit down and go for a wee.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been for a wee until 4 o'clock some days.
Time.
I need to have my coconut water. I need to sit down, eat my pasta, and then I'm feeling recharged. But yeah, there are a little kind of trend that's probably started in the last few years. And I know it's hard for venues as well. Plus, I can't leave my cameras set up in the wedding breakfast room and just keep coming back to them because then they're in all of the wait staff's way, which makes me feel like a horrible person. So then I have to pack all the cameras out the way, put them back in place, mic everyone back up again. So yeah, that is a bit of an ick.
I didn't even know that was a thing, to be
Even
completely honest.
Even as a guest, that's annoying.
Yeah.
If you've had your starters and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm ready now, and then you've got to listen to 20 minutes of speeches.
Not too bad if sometimes people do it where it goes starters, speeches, then the rest of the meal. But I even think that's a bit of a pain.
You've teased your stomach.
Yeah.
And I think you lose your guest interest as well, to be honest.
You'd lose mine.
Yeah, same.
I feel like it breaks the flow up a little bit.
Yeah, and it can be hard for the catering because then it's like you don't know how long that speech is going to go on for.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes they go on for a while. And then you stood there with the main course thinking, oh, fresh lamb, warm, ready to go out. And then
because you could probably even smell it.
Yeah, so no, not for me. Sorry, guys.
No, I agree with that.
Any more for any more?
I have 2 more. So the next one is rude or inappropriate speeches.
Oh, okay. Is this usually the best mum?
I've had dads do really rude and inappropriate speeches. Yeah, like
Oh.
Gross.
That is gross.
Like, completely weird speech. No offence to that guy. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, we'll play the video on the...
Run it back.
Follow for more. I'm not... Because I use them such a lot in, like, the highlight films, like I was saying, I can't use your rude, inappropriate speeches to make a nice highlight film that I'm going to put on my website and my social media. And it's not going to be the style that you've booked me for.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, obviously, I'm trying to make wedding films that suit the style that I do. And when couples book me, then I assume they like the style that I've got. And then if they've got really rude speeches, they're not going to get that.
No.
I've then got to comb through it and pick out the nicest bits. And sometimes the nicest bits then are from the registrar, which, not everyone wants the registrar's audio in the films. So.
No, this is true. Have you got your final one?
Confetti down the bride's dress. That needs to die off.
We said confetti the other week, didn't we?
Yeah.
I love confetti, but there's always an auntie that's like... And sometimes I'll make jokes when we're setting up a confetti shot. And I'll turn around to her, I'll pick on a random guest and be like, you look like you might put it down the bride's dress, don't. And it just makes them laugh.
Yeah.
Because it is weird having a camera there all the time. But yeah, there's always somebody that does
it. It's amazing how many people's icks that is.
Yeah.
Even from different, because obviously we've interviewed venues, photographers, content, blah, blah, blah. And they've all pretty much said,
do not put confetti down the bride's dress. I love confetti.
Yeah.
And you imagine if it's the petals, the dried petals, how itchy that is.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I'd have to go home and put my... Like, if I was the bride, I'd have to go home, get completely changed and just come back in
my dressing gown.
Probably this outfit. Flannel shirt and jeans or something. Or maybe even my Uggs. Yeah, I don't have any. But,
or Crocs.
I don't have any Crocs. I don't have Crocs yet.
That was an ick from the line.
It's been an ick.
What, even brides wearing Crocs?
Bridesmaids, it was. Wanting to wear Crocs.
For the whole day?
We're not sure. It was just a customer dilemma. They wanted the bride didn't want her bridesmaids wearing Crocs, which is fair.
Yeah,
very fair.
Yeah,
anywho, we'll move on to our customer dilemmas.
Okay,
are you excited? Because I'm most
curious to know what people would ask.
Okay, so we've got Sue from Congleton. She says, "I've got a photographer and a content creator. Do I need a videographer as well?"
I mean, without being... Obviously, I'm biased. If you've got the budget, I don't see why not. I think from the content creators I've worked with, and admittedly, I've only worked with a handful, but yes, they film stuff. I totally agree. Obviously, it's always vertical. So I film everything horizontally, which is timeless. You know, it's going to be on your TV, that kind of thing. But the content creators I've worked with, they don't film all of the speeches and they don't film all of the ceremony.
It's just snippets.
It's snippets, and they're literally designed for social media trends, which is great if that's what you want, but I don't think it can replace video. Basically, I think a lot of people at the moment are thinking content creation is a replacement for video, and I think this is why a lot of videographers are feeling very threatened by it.
Right.
It's not a replacement, it's a different thing. So I think if you've got the budget, have it, but don't have content creation because you actually just want a videographer. Do you think that they can work nicely together? Yeah, I mean, I'm nice. I've worked nicely with content creators. Yeah. At the end of the day, everyone at a wedding is doing content creation. Yeah. Your hair and makeup artists are doing it, your florists. Every supplier there is doing some form of content creation. And what am I? I'm a videographer. I make films, which is content. Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I think if you can't work as a team on a wedding day, then you probably shouldn't be doing weddings because it is one big team effort. Yeah. And at the end of the day, if you're all there for one reason, and that's to make the bride, the couple's day the best, then you should be working as a team. So, do you do a bit of content creation though? If you do that 7-minute film, if you like, the highlight, that's kind of So in terms of like me actually putting stuff on like TikTok, I'll take snippets from the highlight films. Yeah. I have got a content creation package which you can add on to my long form package. But that's more than anything a cheaper option for couples who want a bit of the TikTok-y style stuff. Yeah. But from me, couples get a 1-minute sneak peek within a few days of the wedding anyway. So to me, that covers that. Yeah. But I get it. people want content creators because they are. It's kind of nice in a way because it means that I can be concentrating on other stuff, and I'm like, oh well, another content creator's getting loads of that.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're a bad thing, and I don't think it's bad that couples are having content creators instead of videographers. But I think I worry that some of them might make the mistake of having it because really they want a cheap videographer.
Does
that make sense?
Yeah.
It does, because the one thing when I got married, basically the budget ran out and we couldn't get to a videographer. It was just like...
You had your music though, right?
I did, I love my music. So I'm the wrong person to ask.
I prioritise a honeymoon instead of like music on the day. But looking back, I would have liked...
Yeah,
someday.
See, that was the one thing. I wanted live music. I wanted. Anyway, this was, I had a lot of live bands. But I really wish now, because we had the live bands, that we had a videographer. And that is my one regret looking back. And I do think, I wish I had.
And you can't go back and get it again.
No, that's it, isn't it? And I know social content, it does cover that slightly, and I suppose it does fall, but it's not the same.
It's a little bit, but in a way,
I would love to see the day again, and I'm never going to now.
This is the thing. The day after my wedding, I was sat in a hotel at Heathrow Airport watching the speeches again, crying like a baby. And then on the plane, I edited my own film. Obviously, benefit of being a videographer, so I got to edit my own film. But I used to sit and watch my parents' wedding film.
I did
every Saturday morning.
Every Saturday.
The divorce now, so that went down well. It was pointless. What a waste of every Saturday morning. Me and my younger sister used to try and make a cup of tea or a milkshake or something. I tried to make Ovaltine once, didn't do a very good job. And we'd get some biscuits and we'd sit and watch Mum and Dad's wedding film.
That's actually so cute. I just don't understand why every Saturday.
I have no idea.
You're full of weird traditions.
I am weird, so
covering that.
That's why couples need me at the wedding, because I'm just silly.
Okay, we'll move on. We've got Phoebe from Sabotage, who says, I'm worried a videographer will feel intrusive and make my guests uncomfortable.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, don't pick a tall videographer. No, I'm joking.
Don't pick a knob.
Well, yeah, there is that. I think this is probably one of the biggest things that puts people off, and it's often the grooms that feel nervous about having a videographer.
Yeah.
So many times I've turned up to weddings and the groom is very obviously like, I don't want you here.
Yeah.
But
we find that with the selfie mirror.
Really?
They won't have pictures. It's always the brides that come on, then the bridesmaids come on.
And then they have to go and drag the...
Yeah, the grooms only get that confidence in the last half hour.
Yeah.
Men
so
are funny little things.
They're
all big and
Hey, I love the camera. Don't put me in this bracket.
They make me laugh because they're all like confident and cocky, and then actually they don't want to be on film. But the way I work is I try and blend into the background. Obviously, it is very helpful that I am only 5'2", 5'3". So I'm not much taller than any of your guests. If you've got kids at the wedding, I'm taller than them. That's it.
Yeah.
But the way I try and make guests feel comfortable is make them laugh.
Yeah.
So, and if I can tell a guest is feeling awkward, especially in the morning or like before the ceremony, I'll leave them alone. I won't keep trying to film them. I might have a joke with them and say, I'll leave you alone for now.
Yeah, just
but
put them at ease a little bit. After the
drinks reception, you're all mine, and I'm going to get them for you. Yeah, and then really, once you've made a joke with some of the guests, especially if they are nervous, they kind of forget you're even there.
Yeah.
And you're not just the weirdo with the camera then. You're actually that person that just made them laugh earlier and had like a normal conversation with them. I don't know, I'll find any random topic to talk to with someone. But yeah, and I think for couples, I think the day is that chaotic anyway that they don't notice you there. The amount, my Google reviews, literally everyone's like, oh, we didn't even notice she was there. Yeah. I've been referred to as a professional ninja, which is a badge I wear with honour. But it's
I've
funny.
had that badge.
It's such a cool badge. I might get a t-shirt or something, you know.
Just see you doing
I was going to get a full costume and everything.
Oh yeah, let's do it. When people notice me, obviously when I'm filming, I will make a joke with them and be like, wait, can you see me? Did my invisibility cloak run out? And I'll be like, oh, that's what happens when you get it from wish.com. And I just feel like if you make people laugh, it just relaxes them straight away.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if people think I'm a bit of a weirdo or if I'm a bit silly. I'm
Don't
not
bother
bothered.
you.
No, I'm not bothered.
No, I love that. Okay, so Kirsty from Pressbury says, what do I do if my videographer misses a huge moment, like our first look on my dad's speech?
So this has happened to me before.
Yep.
I have missed the first half of a dad's speech.
Gutting.
Okay.
Disclaimer, it was not my fault. So basically, before a wedding, your videographer should be coming to you and being like, right, I've got a form that I get couples to fill in online. So whichever way you want to do it, that's great, but mine's a form. They fill it in, it's got all the timings for everything.
Yeah.
On my form, it now specifically says, if you change the time of speeches or like deviate from these timings, I can't guarantee things will get captured, right? Because obviously, if I'm running on the day on these timings, because that's the only info I've got of your wedding day, and all of a sudden your speeches are an hour earlier than I was told, well, how do you expect me to know that? I'm not a psychic. I wish I was. I'd love to be. It would save so many problems, and I'd probably be rich because I would enter the lottery. So I'd probably still be doing weddings though. I think the biggest thing you can do as a couple, your responsibility to ensure your videographer's capturing and your photographer and all your other suppliers to make sure they're getting everything that you want, is you need to make sure they know when those things are happening. Don't just drop it on them and be like, oh yeah, we did the speeches an hour ago. So this wedding where I did miss the dad's speech, basically me and the photographer were told speeches were after food. So I'm always told if they're before, what time, and if they're after, and then obviously a rough time. With speeches being after food, obviously that can change. So if you tell me they're after the meal at 6, great. But if your dinner service takes longer, then they're obviously going to be later. Obviously that's fine. That's not a couple's fault. If the dinner service is quicker, again, it's not their fault. It's just the way it is with the meals. What I do during the wedding breakfast is I'll keep popping in, see where you're at. A guest might be coming to the bar and I'll say, oh, have you had your dessert yet? Basically, I'm waiting for you to have dessert. And then I know toast drinks are going to get poured and I know speeches are going to be probably within the next half an hour. Mm-hmm. This wedding, me and the photographer sat, I'd been and checked the room. They were having the main meals. Me and the photographer were waiting for our food. We got our food. I finished. And I was like, and at that point, then I always go and double check again. Are we on desserts yet? Because if I know we're on desserts, it's nearly go time. As I was walking out of the room that me and the photographer were in, I said to her, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go and see where they're at with food. And there was an evening guest there. And she said, oh, they've started speech. So I was like, what? Mm-hmm. I wasn't as polite as that. I was like, what? Pardon, kind of thing. And she was like, oh, yeah, they've started the speeches. I absolutely bombed it down the corridor. And they'd started the speeches and they were still eating the mains.
God.
They were still eating whilst doing speeches.
What an ick.
So, yeah.
What an ick.
Make sure you tell everyone the timings. Absolutely not my fault.
No.
I then had to quickly throw cameras in the doorway.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a good spot at all, but it was the only place I could be. Crawl into the wedding breakfast room, throw microphones at people.
Oh,
and then luckily I only missed probably 2-3 minutes of the dad's speech.
Yeah.
But not my happiest moment. I was literally shaking.
I'm trying to record.
It was horrible. It was horrible. But not my fault. And the same family booked me for another wedding, so obviously they didn't
that's
play
all right then.
And the exact same thing happened again. But I was ready. I was ready. You're not tricking me this time.
You want to do that to me again? Okay, next and final one. We've got Esme from Stockport who says, my parents are quite strict and uptight. However, me and my friends are not. Can we have one video that is tamed down and a feral one for me and my friends?
Feral one? What on earth would be in a feral wedding film? Do I want to know that?
Probably not.
Is that going to go back to the ick where we're on about like rude speeches? Yeah. I mean, I guess you could. You could do. But do you want to be showing your
I want to be at this wedding.
I might not want to be because I might be sick at that one. I guess you could. That's something you could. You just need to speak to a videographer.
Yeah.
I know some videographers obviously focus more on having a party vibe film, so that probably would be a perfect match.
Yes.
But I really don't know what is in a feral wedding film. I might Google it when I get home. Maybe not. I'll put a VPN on and then Google it.
I'm not sure I'd want
I don't see that would be an issue. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I want. Who was the person?
Esme from Stockport.
Esme from Stockport. Tell me what's in a feral wedding film. I'm intrigued.
Let us know, Esme, please.
It's going to be something really simple now, like, isn't it? Like, we just want to do a cake smash, a wreck the dress afterwards.
I want just like a shot.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, that is all of our customer dilemmas. So, do you have anything, either of you, that you want to add?
I think we covered a lot there, haven't we?
Yeah. So. How can people find you?
I am Vision Wave Weddings. You can find me on Google, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and TikTok as well. If you want to give me a bit of a follow on TikTok, that would be great, because I'm 34 years old and TikTok is not my jam. I'm trying.
Tell me about it.
Listen, I'm 24 years old and I'm struggling with getting followers on TikTok. So.
It's hard.
It is hard.
My dogs have got more followers on Instagram than I've got on TikTok.
His daughter, who is 12, has got more subscribers than us on YouTube. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great.
Thank you.
And we will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.